Welcome back to the IDOC UK podcast. I've just been patiently waiting, and I noticed that there's a coffee or tea stain on my nice white wall here, but we need to repaint anyway. We've been in here over a year. It's looking a bit tired. So I always do that. All right, when I've sat here, I always notice little things like what accessories we need, what's wrong, moving on. This week's podcast, I've got lots of exciting things planned, as always. But all the plans, some of them don't ever come into fruition. Some of them end up turning into something different. And I thought that it'd be a good idea, following on from our good friend Jody John's comment. He asked for an update on some of the ramblings, what I talked about in previous episodes. I think it's best if I put a disclaimer out there now that I use this podcast as a bit of a mind fart, and I just use it as a little bit of brainstorming. I'll start talking about something, and it's not anything that I've ever thought about before, but then I'll start talking about it as if this is it. This is the big idea. This is exactly what we're going to do. But in reality, my time is so finite sometimes that I don't have a chance to make a lot of these things happen. But I'm happy to talk about some of the things that you have asked me about and where I'm at with it. I think we briefly touched on eBay last week. And I've been watching a few bits and bobs on doing eBay reselling, and I'm quite into it. I've been selling stuff. It's been going well. One thing that I've struggled to sell is phone parts on Buy It Now. The big plan were, because we've started doing these chassis swaps, is we're going to try and recover some of the cost of the chassis with hope that we can reduce the price of it because we're selling the parts out of the frames that we already pulled. It's not really kicked off the way that I hoped it would. We're only a week in, but I've not sold any of those phone parts that I've listed up Buy It Now, so that's a bit frustrating. I'm going to look at the photos, the thumbnails, and see where we're at with them, and see if we can make any changes so that we can get sort of moving forward with selling. If anyone's got any advice, I'd really appreciate that. The other stuff that I've been selling loads of toys from home, not my own personal ones. It's sold on behalf of my sub, so I don't really make any money on that. I'll just give it straight to him. But what I wouldn't mind doing is like being able to show him like some money making techniques. So I wanted to keep that aside so that he could put it into buying some other stuff, probably more toys, so that he can flip them and sell them, because it is quite fun actually. It keeps you on your toes. Other projects, I don't know what I've told you, I'll be honest. I don't know what I've said and what I've not said, so I'm not sure. I haven't got my teleprompter, so I can't see the comment hand, and my phone's recording this, so I'm just going to ask Alex. Well, second shop. Funnily enough, I did see a shop for sale. The problem is that, like I've just said, my time is so finite. The shadows are really bugging me when people are walking fast. It feels like somebody's like stood right behind me. It's a very dry winter's day. Anyway, so with the second shop, I'm still really keen to pursue that. However, time. Time is the biggest problem. My biggest issue that I've got is that I am so tied into this shop here. Moving forward, I need to work to take me out of the equation so that I can concentrate on all these projects what I've got in mind, because honestly, there's countless. Like, I could start listing them. Additional shops, a marketing agency, a web building agency, full-time social media guide, full-time accessory buyer, full-time eBayer, full-time parts wholesaler. And that's 7 that I can think off the top of my head whilst running this shop. I'm a hands-on guy. I don't want to just get somebody else to do it off the bat, because I like to see the process and I like to learn the process before I start doing it. Thinking about the parts wholesaling, the purpose of my eBay venture is to raise some capital to do that. It's nice to be able to just start businesses from new, but I don't think that you get a real kick out of it just starting a business and saying, oh yeah, take 10 grand from here and buy a load of parts for it. I don't know. Steve gave me a bit of inspiration with that £3 where we started, or 30 quid, whatever. And I'm sort of thinking is, I sell everything that I don't use here, raise a load of capital, and then blast that into buying £10,000 worth of stock that hopefully I can turn into 15, let's say, or whatever it turns into. Yeah, that's where I'm at with the wholesaling stuff. I really want to get it kicked off. I've not seen the web guide recently, but we have been developing an upgraded version of the IDOC website, which should make everything a lot easier, more systemized, and easier to list parts like that on. But starting off, if you want to buy like pulled charging ports, pulled speakers, all that kind of stuff. I have sort of listed it on my eBay store, and I think you can find me. I think it's iDoctor_Ollie on eBay. So we've got like lots of full parts on there. I'll be listing all sorts on there. Like I put some phones on there. What I like, there was an iPhone 12 what had no Face ID. The front screen were broken, and for me, I weren't that bothered about fixing it up to sell it. It was just, I don't know. It's probably more value to somebody else. Like I weren't that bothered by it. So let's say XR phones, I do not struggle to sell on eBay. They'd be really easy. The toys have been really easy to get rid of, but the parts I just can't get it started. So if somebody needs a charging port for an iPhone 14 or 13 or whatever, they're definitely on there. If you buy it off me and prove that I can fulfill these orders, then hopefully eBay will recognise that I'm selling both parts, and it might give me the boost that I need. So I'd appreciate that if anybody bought that. I'll even mark them down. If you want to buy some phone parts off me, drop me an email and I will 100% mark them down for you. Like I'm not that bothered about making money on. It's just getting that ball rolling, and then we'll increase the prices so that we can make some money. That would be nice. Let's do it like that. Second shop, I'll go back to that because I feel like I was talking about it. A customer came in. Somebody who had a shop up in Huddersfield up for $9,000. Huddersfield is about 45 minutes from my house, so it's not far away. But the problem is, I'm so glued to here that I can't take myself away, spend 3 months setting up a shop in Huddersfield, because obviously things are going to go slack in here. No offense to the guys, but it's just, that's how it is. Like if I leave this one, the stuff what I'm working on here isn't going to happen, and it's just bigger. It's just going to get messed up. So that's this shop. That's the wholesaling. What were the other one? What we were talking? I think my Teletromps are. Protection Pro. Yes. Yeah, we love Protection Pro. Caused a bit of upset this week. I had an angry phone call from our previous TPU film supplier because I sold my old machine. I've been getting rid of stuff. Like it all ties together. I've been getting rid of stuff. I sold the old machine, and I actually sold it with 87 films. Right? If you sell them at £10 a sheet fitted, then that's 800 quid. I sold it for 150 quid with the machine. So it were absolute bargain. But the guy who sold me the machine was a little bit upset about it. I'm not going to turn it into a love addiction fight, but yeah, it wound me up a bit. Anyway, moving on.
Business is business.
Business is business. Yeah, the Protection Pro machine is absolutely brilliant. Like, we've used the Forward, we've used the Devio, we've used the Protection Pro. Out of those three, the Protection Pro makes us the most money. Like, the films on the Forward, the standard films on the Forward and Devio machine, they didn't cut it for us, so we ended up using the UV films. They were good, don't get me wrong, but if you misalign it when you're installing it, you're going to have problems. You have to recut the sheet. The Protection Pro ones are just the same price as those UV films, except if you misalign it, you can adjust it. It's a lot better. Amount of faults on them ones. Usually the only ones that I have problems with is when it's like a cutting error on it. And we cut through quite a lot of sheets. I'd say we're probably up. I mean, I reckon we do about 60 sheets. So about 50, 60 sheets a week we're going through. And yeah, they're good. Privacy, very, very popular. We can't keep them in quick enough. Really good. If I do a video on it, we do the thing, what's it called? Rock, paper, scissors. Then we get a lot of people in for a lot of screen protectors. When people buy phones, they get screen protector. When people break phones, they get screen protector. It's 15 quid. The best thing you can do. And the easiest line that I've found, if you're using any of these machines, right, if you pay £15 now and it saves you phone once, it's going to save you at least, like, generally most phone repairs are £50 plus. It's going to save you 50 quid in the future. So £15 now saves you £15 and £50 in the future. It's a no-brainer. And generally, if people are half willing to buy, then once they've heard that, then they will buy the screen protector. At the end of the day, it sounds braggy and awful, me saying that, but like I've just said about the film machines, business is business, and that's how it goes. Social media has been difficult. We are still working hard on the YouTube channel, making the long form videos. We're at a nice point where we're a few weeks ahead now, which is where I've not been for a few weeks. And so Alex is satisfied. I'm happy. We've got lots of videos coming live with tutorials. Now, the thing what I've been struggling with, it's a really selfish problem what I've got, because I know for a fact that a lot of people watch us outside of TikTok. This podcast goes out to YouTube. and YouTube exclusively. But the short videos, it's all based around TikTok in short. Because I started doing the short videos and posting them on TikTok, we've got a really big following on there. I think it's 1.1 million followers on there. Since we got hacked and had problems, we've been demonetized on there. Now, as I said, this is a selfish reason, because I know for a fact that a lot of people watch us on YouTube on the shorts, and a lot of people watch us on Instagram and Facebook. But I just can't get over the fact that we've been demonetized on TikTok, and it's just really demotivated me into making sure. So if anybody could send any motivational messages to make me put my goddamn Meta glasses on again and start doing those little fun videos that I liked. I genuinely like to do it. I don't know why. I just can't get over this sort of brain block that I've got on doing those videos. But if you've got any motivation for me, then that'd be great, because like I say, it's selfish, because it's just me who doesn't want to record them and put them up to, even if I stop posting on TikTok. What are you doing? 50 million point turn, taxi man. Anyway, yeah, it's just me who's stopping other people enjoying these videos of what we make, and I do enjoy doing them when we do them. So it's just, yeah, I can't get over that little hurdle in my mind. Oh yeah, Marketplace Monitor. Let's make this the last thing. I'm going to tell you about the Christmas special, and then that's it. I'm not going to tell you about the Christmas special. Marketplace Monitor. It has been a really, really good, successful campaign for both everybody who's bought Marketplace Monitor. Everybody who I've heard has used it since I've told you about it has made money. They've made their money back, what they put into it. The guys at Marketplace Monitor are happy because they've made money, right? They gave us a bit of money to do the video. Let's be transparent. They gave us a bit of money to do the video. It wasn't millions of pounds. But it was nice, right? To do a 1-minute video, it was really nice. We get a commission when you sign up. So they're happy because they've got their investment back. You guys are happy because you've invested in an app that generates you guys money. If you go app plus a bit of work equals money. You guys are happy. And then I'm happy because you guys are happy and you've signed up. We get a commission. But you know what? Even if I didn't get that commission, and it's all easy, well and good saying this now in hindsight, but I would genuinely be happy as long as you guys were happy if we introduce you to an app. Sorry about that interruption there. I was just selling a protection pro screens to forego. Marketplace Monitor, yeah. Literally, everybody's a winner with that campaign. We've got Nick, who is the founder and I believe CEO of the company, and he's coming up, I think, next week or the week after. And we're going to have a half-hour sit-down. We're going to be here. We're going to have some cameras kicking about. And we're just going to have a little chat about the company. Some more insider scoop, similar to what we did with Steve and other people when we've done like interview-style podcasts. So it'll be really good to see some of their insights. And I mean, we've had a couple of chats with the guys from Marketplace Monitor. And it didn't start as a phone flipping app. And it's got a lot of uses in different sectors. So there's quite a bit of story behind the company and stuff what you guys like to know. So I'm not going to spoil it by telling you their entire story before they come. So that's all you're going to get to know. That's it. That's all we're going to talk about this week. Oh yeah, if you're not on my Facebook group, I say my Facebook group. I'm only a moderator. I'm not the owner of the Facebook group. The UK Phone Repair Techs Facebook group. I've linked it in previous videos. I'll try to link it again. If you're not already in that, I've been putting some proper bargain stuff in that group, trying to get rid of stuff. So if you want, like, I'm selling my laser machine. Nobody's that bothered about that. I've sold ultrasonic machine, tape-based machine. What else did I sell? Sold some razors, suction machine thing, fume extractor. Sold all sorts. But my shed is literally full of stuff just like that. So join that and I'll put them on there in the week. Have a good week. See you next time.